Let's get something straight. Missing the budget is not your CFO's fault. Hi, I'm Kate, and in this video we'll talk about 5 things that should be expected from CFOs and 5 things that shouldn't. This actually applies to all finance leaders, no matter what your title is. This is based on my experience working with multiple CFOs, the stories that they told me, and me just observing the dynamics of the teams. Okay, first thing your CFO should be doing is defending your company's assets. Defending it like it's their own money, like their life depends on it. Defending from who, you might ask? From everybody. That means defending your company's money and assets from any external parties, who might want to take some of that, and your internal team. No matter how fantastic it could be, everybody needs money. Everybody wants money. Everybody needs money to operate. People constantly get a lot of great ideas, and some of them are investments, and some of them are worth investing in, and some of them are not. So your CFO, the data-driven, analytical, fantastic person that they are, stand guard to all of those requests and protect your assets, and only recommend to allocate them where it's truly needed. First thing you shouldn't be expecting from your CFO is being responsible for your company not hitting its budget. I know, but hear me out. Now, this may sound very counterintuitive, but budgeting is not a finance exercise. I mean, it kind of is, but not entirely finance. Your whole leadership team needs to be part of it. They need to be responsible for parts of the budget. And finance leader can only do so much. Yes, they can track the data, but they're not responsible entirely for the whole team's hiring decisions, for how much you sell, for who you sell to, how successful those projects are. So when you collectively created all of this amazing, fantastic budget, and then a few months later, for some reason, you didn't hit the numbers that you were hoping to hit, is it really your CFO's fault?
I don't think so.
Now, second thing your CFO should be doing is playing devil's advocate where needed. If they challenge you, don't hate them. They're doing this because they love you. And them playing the devil's advocate is actually protecting you from harm, protecting your company from harm, and maybe showing you the blind spots. Second thing that you shouldn't expect from your CFO is for them to spend their whole days making up for inefficiencies. If you notice that your CFO is spending all of their time plugging operational holes daily, you probably have a problem. And chances are, your CFO probably told you a few times, maybe more than that, about those inefficiencies. So, are you going to do something about it? Are you going to listen to them? Or are you going to pretend that all of this does not exist? Third thing that should be expected from your CFO is for them to work with your whole leadership team. They should partner up with everybody across the C-suite. Finance is not a silo, it shouldn't be. But I find that a lot of times it kind of acts like one, and it does disservice to the whole organization. Finance is such a powerhouse of information and data. It's there. It's available for everybody to see and to look at and to use it to make decisions, to make better decisions. So when I see companies where finance is just siloed and is not collaborating with everybody, I find it mind-boggling. Third thing that you shouldn't expect from your CFO is for them to drown in day-to-day. I get it when your business is small and a lot of people wear multiple hats. And it's fine to help each other occasionally, but if you find that there's a ton of people in your company lining up to the desk of your CFO asking to help with spreadsheets, that's not cool. CFO is not your chief spreadsheet operator. Get them out of the weeds. Give them help. Maybe talk to them. And if you're a CFO that's doing this, just know that you're a very kind and very collaborative person that loves to help people, but also you don't want to do this. Fourth thing that you should expect from your CFO, and not to contradict my previous point, but your CFO should be approachable. There should exist collaboration between your CFO and the rest of the team. And you shouldn't need a translator to ask your CFO a question and interpret the answer. Actually, it's your CFO that needs to be the translator between all of this finance jargon and concepts and the rest of you guys. But balance is important. Your CFO shouldn't let this go too far. Helpful, approachable, as needed, where it makes sense, yes. Constantly solving other people's problems? No. Fourth thing that you shouldn't expect from your CFO is for them to handle your personal finances or the finances of your other businesses. And I've seen that happen with smaller businesses where everybody's like a family and your CFO is your finance person, your go-to, and they're not seemingly overly busy And sure, they can help you answer a couple of personal tax related questions or help you create your personal budget if you want one, or maybe maintain the books of your other small business that you have. And they might be nice enough to agree to this and actually do that for you. But if you want your main business to thrive, you really shouldn't do that. Let your CFO be the CFO. Let them focus on what matters. Don't make them be your bookkeeper. And finally, the fifth thing that you should expect from your CFO is they should be someone you can rely on. You can rely on them to tell you the hard truth, even if they know that you're not going to like it. Your CFO usually tells you things as they are, and all because they care about you and your business. CFOs are usually very proactive, but to extract value from this, you need to listen to. And also be open with them. Don't withhold information from your CFO. They will eventually find out, and it's only going to lead to tension. Support open communication. Be approachable to them as well. Collaborate. And finally, the fifth thing that you shouldn't expect from your CFO is for them to do everything alone. If you are a small business, sure, sometimes it makes sense. But as you grow, don't miss the signs. If you notice that your CFO constantly is busy with random day-to-day stuff, if they are responsible for all of your bookkeeping and payroll and HR and operations and office management, and they're doing everything themselves, that's not heroism. That's a risk. You don't want them to burn out and start hating their life, your business, and you personally. Get them some help. There are tons of really economical options, even if you're on a small budget, to outsource some of that and to free up the time for your CFO to focus on what matters, to focus on being a CFO. So, did you recognize anybody in these descriptions? If your CFO is doing all 5 of these shouldn'ts, it might be time to rethink the role or the structure around it. Let me know if you and your CFO need some help with that. And if you're a CFO that recognized yourself in these descriptions, but you don't know how to change things without rage quitting, let me know. Let's chat. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.